بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. Al-Sharif al-Murtada, who died in the year 436 after Hijrah and was the brother of Al-Sharif al-Radi, the one who compiled Nahjul Balagha, lists 7 characteristics for imamah. In other words, an imam must have these 7 characteristics. These characteristics are listed in his books Al-Shafi as well as Al-Dhakhira. One of the characteristics that he mentions is the knowledge of the Imam Salamullahi alayhi must exceed all the living beings at his time. The Imam Salamullahi alayhi has to be the most learned individual. Logically speaking, the most learned is the one whom people should resort to and appoint as a leader. When you have someone with higher knowledge, he deserves to be the leader on someone who does not have as much knowledge. That's what logic dictates. In addition, this knowledge is not only limited in matters of jurisprudence, but rather it is encompassing everything. A man comes to Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayh and says, I have made a nadhr, a vow, to weigh an elephant. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam told him, why do you people make nadhr or vows that you are incapable of fulfilling? He said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I was really desperate, and so I made this vow. I had a need, and I said, my Lord, if you fulfill my need, I'm gonna weigh an elephant. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam appears to be in a city with a port at the time, possibly Al-Basra. He says, bring an elephant. So they bring an elephant. He says, let's take it to a ship. They take it to a ship. Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen Salamullahi alayh says, mark where the ship is at the water. They said, okay, so we'll mark it. Put the elephant onto the ship. When the elephant goes onto the ship, obviously the ship goes down a little bit, buoyancy. And hence, the ship would sink a little bit. He says, now make a new mark. That is the mark where the elephant now has gone onto the ship. So they make a new mark. He says, now get the elephant off the ship. So they got the elephant off the ship. Now Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam says, bring a weighing scale, a balance, and start weighing out 1 brick at a time. So when the elephant got off the ship, obviously the ship rose in the water, in the level, and now the mark where the elephant used to be has gone up higher. They started weighing 1 brick at a time. So they weigh a brick and they put it on the ship. Then they weigh a second brick and they put it on the ship. 3rd, 4th, and so on, so forth. Every time they add a brick and a brick and a brick, that mark of the elephant started to go down and down and down until it's touched the water to the same level where the elephant used to be. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, at this point, sum up the weight of all these bricks. So they found the sum and he said, that is the weight of the elephant. Salamullahi alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Indeed, he was the man of knowledge. He says, I was with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, as he states in Nahjul Balagha, when he received the revelation. And I hear the cry. So I told him, Ya Rasulullah, what is that cry? He said, Ya Ali, you see what I see. and you hear what I hear, but you are not a prophet. This was the cry of Satan, Iblis, after I received the revelation, because now he's given up hope on people, on deviating people. Imam Ali alayhi salam was of this level. He says, I followed Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alih, learning from him the guidance of prophethood. In other words, he, the prophet, is guiding me, giving me hidayah, providing me with knowledge and ilm. So Amir al-Mu'mineen salamullahi alayhi is indeed the most learned among all his companions. And the Imam is the most learned among all those people who are living at any time of his time. And hence, we always have scholars who refer to the Imams alayhimus salam for knowledge, including Imam Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man's famous quote after studying for 2 years with Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq alayhi salam. He says, لولا السنتان لهلك النعمان. If it were not for the 2 years, then Nu'man, which was his name, would have perished. So question, who is more worthy of being followed? The one with the greatest knowledge and knows how to guide and answers every question provided to him, or those who don't know much, or those who do not have the answers to many questions, may not be able to answer several religious questions, may not understand the deeper interpretation of the Quran. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.